Hi, I'm Raven, and this video is about the physics of basketball. I hope you enjoy it. Basketball is currently the second most popular sport in the world, but the earliest version of the game can be dated back to 1520, when the people of Mesoamerica played a game where the objective was to get a rubber ball through a hoop made from stone. However, the game of basketball as it is known today was invented in 1981 by Dr. James Naismith in Massachusetts. Peach baskets and soccer balls were used to play basketball, and the game was created to condition people during the winter. Basketball quickly spread through the United States and soon internationally, with the aid of the YMCA and the U.S. Army. I chose basketball as my topic because I enjoy playing with people in my neighborhood as well as with my friends. Although it was intended to be a simple game, basketball also has a lot of physics involved. First off, shooting. When shooting a basketball, there are many aspects involved. Speed and velocity are important to consider when shooting because the speed of both your jump and the basketball can affect your shot. When stopping to shoot, you must know how fast to move your body and how fast to shoot the ball in order to score. While you jump to take the shot, there are horizontal and vertical components to the jump's velocity, and the magnitude of the vertical component determines how high you shoot the ball from. Additionally, the force used to shoot the ball is created by the mass and acceleration being pushed together. This is explained by Newton's second law, or the equation force equals mass times acceleration. Projectile motion also plays a significant role in shooting because the trajectory of the ball decides whether you score. The path of projectile motion is represented by this model, where after the ball reaches its maximum height, after leaving the player's hands, it is acted upon by acceleration due to gravity, which is negative 9.8 meters per second squared. It then completes the path and then goes into the hoop if the projectile's path is correct. Forces also affect shooting. As shown in this net force diagram, there are four forces acting on the basketball as it flies through the air: the horizontal and vertical applied forces, as well as the gravitational force and air resistance. Another factor of physics in shooting is the backspin put onto the ball. The backspin can be measured in rotations per second or even hertz, and it helps decelerate the basketball when it hits the backboard or the rim. This happens because the backspin on the ball creates friction, causing a decrease in velocity, and a slower ball is more likely to go in. A perfect shot using all these factors results in a swoosh. Next is dribbling. While dribbling, players have to account for their own velocity as well as the basketball so they can continuously dribble the ball without losing it or tripping on it. They do this by accounting for how their speed adds to their ball speed, and this is explained by Galileo in an experiment he had conducted that displayed relative motion. This concept can be applied to basketball through dribbling and layups. As a player dribbles to the hoop and tries to make a layup, the player has to throw the ball straight up instead of forward as they are moving due to relative motion. This is shown in the following video where a player fails to account for relative motion.
Makes that move, which shouldn't be until 7. They got to jump and make the foul, I would think.
6 seconds left. Johnson throws it, intercepted. Knight, 2 seconds, 1 second. Oh, he missed it at the horn.
Another physics concept in dribbling is kinetic and potential energy. As the ball goes down, potential energy decreases and kinetic energy increases, but as the ball goes up, potential energy increases and kinetic energy decreases. With passing, most of the topics are the same as in shooting, including projectile motion and forces relating to Newton's second law of motion, but speed and momentum are definitely utilized more. Players want to pass with enough speed to not turn the ball over, but with just enough speed and momentum so that teammates are still able to catch the basketball. One of the more interesting and fun parts of basketball, dunking also has some intriguing physics behind it. A basketball player can jump as much as 4 feet high to dunk, and the higher the jump, the greater the time spent airborne. The figures shown depicts the trajectory a player follows after a jump. Also, whenever you jump, you spend 71% of the time in the top half of the jump, while only 29% is spent in the bottom half. This creates the illusion of basketball players floating in air, as shown in the following video.
Really unsure if he could participate with an MRI. This morning he was cleared. Let's watch it again.
Well, there's a man in the building that first did this in the original. Oh, he's behind it.
That's longer than Dr. J and Michael.
This occurs because every moment after you leave the ground, you slow down until you reach zero velocity at the peak of the jump, after which your speed increases in the downward direction.
They're playing basketball. We love that basket.